Hello everyone. Today is already 11th of October. It's not even 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'm getting ready to go to work in few hours time. But before I leave, I will make this video and share with you my opinion about yesterday's events in the conflict between Russia and Ukraine. And of course, I'm talking about missile strikes that Russia conducted against infrastructure of Zelensky's Nazi regime. Um, you know, for some of you, my opinion can be interesting because, after all, I live in Russia, and I don't think that I'm alone in a critical view of Russian political and military leadership and their actions or the conduct of this military operation. Anyhow, let's talk about missile strikes, man. As you know, uh, Russian side did retaliate for terrorist attack on Crimea Bridge, and yesterday some energo infrastructure of Zelensky's Nazi regime was hit by Russian missiles. Not all missiles did reach the target, and I did see plenty of videos when missiles hit some roads and parks and God knows what, man. But some missiles did reach targets, and for the first few hours in Russian Telegram channels, you could see some euphoria about it. Like, oh yeah, man, we are now starting to conduct this war properly and stuff like that. But me personally, I was, like I did said in a previous video, man. Um, I did predict that in revenge, Putin probably will order to strike with few missiles there and there. And that's it. That will be enough for die-hard Putinists to continue his support and to continue to believe that everything is okay. When people that are still able for critical thinking, these people are very much not happy with everything that is going on. So yes, will these missile strikes change anything? Not really, because for this time, I did read like few minutes ago on Telegram channels that for this time, almost entire Ukraine is under power again, so electricity is back, internet is back, and it's like nothing has happened. And I'm quite sure there will be no further continuation of strikes on infrastructure of Zelensky's Nazi regime, because that was a one-time PR stunt for Putin, and that's it. And I did talk about the possibility of this kind of scenario in my previous video, and it is what it is, man. I did not expect anything else, even though uh, even these missile strikes did demonstrate that with proper political and military leadership, Russian armed forces are more than able to take out Zelensky's Nazi regime in a few weeks' time. But yet again, because of sabotage of Russian armed forces and Russian special military operation by the Russian political and military leadership, which is working for Western elites, which is acting by orders of the Western elites. Russian army is unable to achieve much success on a battlefield, at least for now. I'm not saying that everyone, all Russian officials or all Russian generals are traitors. Of course not. But vast majority of them are. In my opinion, in my personal opinion, vast majority of Russian officials, high-level officials, and Russian generals are traitors, corrupted animals and traitors. And that's it. And they will do anything to please Western elites, just to maintain the position in power, or at least to secure the finances and and material stuff that they have. I mean, after all, they are robbing Russian people and Russia as a state for billions and billions of dollars, man, every single year. So yes, man, nothing will change really. I'm still thinking that Western elites, with active use of their assets in Russian political and military leadership, will succeed with regime change, and we may see regime change or removal of Putin from power by end of this year, maximum, at latest by end of this year. And then a new regime will probably take different orders. A new regime will have different orders from the West, and then Russian army will succeed in this military operation. And I did talk about this scenario in my previous video, so I don't see reason to repeat myself. Point is that in my understanding, from first few weeks of Russian special military operation, Western elites probably did realize that they were wrong if they were thinking that Putin and his people will somehow make Russia strong enough so much so that West will use this country against China, because Western elites did see Russia as a main theater of war with China, in my opinion. But after first few weeks, they did realize that, Putin and his people are just incapable of building a real army, or building or dealing with the corruption, because corruption is killing this country, man. Systemic corruption, and you can't even imagine how big a deal corruption in Russia is. You can take Russian map and randomly pick any town, even not just big city, but any village in I don't know, in Siberia somewhere, or in Kamchatka, I don't know, anywhere. And if you do send some proper investigators there, you will probably find some corruption in that village's management or officials that are ruling that village. That's how bad corruption is, and not just vertical corruption, but horizontal corruption, and it does killing Russia. And in my understanding, once Western elites will put some new regime in power, they will give them orders to at least deal with the horizontal corruption in a very heavy manner, so that and it's logical because I mean I don't know how long, what time West will give Russia to build up its capacities to be used against China, but um, as I understand, in with proper control or orders, they may build up in 7 8 years or 10 years. They may build up from modern Russia state that will be able to take hit from China, to take main hit from China, and that's what Western elites really want, so that they will don't have to, you know. So yeah, what will happen next, man? As I said, in my understanding, even this appointment of new, I mean, General Surovikin, I mean, as a head of special military operation, I mean, even this will change nothing greatly, because as I said, in my understanding, Western elites have their assets not just in a field as a generals of, but they have as a field generals. I mean, they have their assets in political leadership and in general staff. That's what I think, because I see this to be logical. After, if you analyze how Russian general staff did conduct these operations, I mean, you will end up with only one answer: they are traitors, man. They must be traitors, heavily incompetent or traitors, and it's hard to believe that everyone in general staff is incompetent. I mean, most of them probably are, but not all of them, for God's sake. So it must be treason there. And because they still maintain power, that means that West has the assets in political leadership too, because no one is touching these corrupt and incompetent generals. They still are in, maintaining their positions. So yeah, man. Anyhow, it's good that my channel is quite small and no one does give a damn about my opinion, because I'm not sure that this kind of critique towards some animals is safe enough, to be honest. Anyhow, man. Anyhow, as I said, nothing has changed really. We did see yesterday one time some PR stunt from Putin and his people with these missile strikes, and that will be enough for diehard Putinists to maintain their support for this regime for a like little time. I mean, for a week or two or months. But as I understand, once West will continue the sabotage of Russian armed forces, and once Zelensky's Nazi regime will retake more and more territories, including big cities like Lysychansk, Severodonetsk, Mariupol, or Kherson, maybe even Donetsk. Once this happens, man, even diehard Putin is gonna lose their ground, man. And as I said, before end of this year, we will probably see a regime change in Russia. Only way to avoid this, I mean, I do believe that Putin has some time to avoid this kind of scenario. But if so, then he had to do something about it. I mean, he had to change all those corrupted generals that are ruling Russian army. Someone should be punished publicly for everything that happened in last 7 months. But it seems like Putin is, I mean, did not really sees this picture, or maybe I don't know what the hell is going on, man, with Putin. Maybe he is too old and too tired, man, to care that much. I mean, who knows? Or maybe he's actually helping with transition of power. Maybe he's playing this game with together with the Western elites. I mean, to you know, for guarantees of safety for him and his people. I mean, his relatives and his friends. Maybe he's playing with the West this game, and to you know, to make sure that this transit of power will go exactly according to the Western plan. I mean, I don't know really. I don't know, but you know, everything is very much strange and illogical. Or not illogical, but I mean, it's very much logical, but it's hard to believe that kind of crazy stuff is happening really. Anyway, man, this is it for this video. I'm not gonna ask you no more to push that like button or share my videos or leave some commentary. As I understand, this channel is doomed to fail, and probably like in near future I will just stop making these videos, man. But for now, I mean, as long as I have few regular viewers, I will probably make videos, I mean, for some time, for these regular viewers, and that's it, really. Take care, man. This is it for this video, and yeah, bye.